So I'm Kerri Parr.
And I'm Brittany Peterson.
And we founded Uptown Violins. It's actually a family of violinists. There are 6 of us included. We have performed all over, and it's been, I have to say, it's been an adventure and a blast. I have this visual of us sitting in Starbucks, like in Uptown Dallas, and Brittany and I were discussing like how we need a business and what are we gonna be called? And I just remember we spent several hours just deciding what we're gonna be called, and finally we ended up with, my husband Forrest came up with, well, you guys live in Uptown, why don't you just call yourself Uptown Violins? And it's stuck ever since. So that's always what comes to my mind when I think of creating Uptown Violins.
So definitely mashups. So if you start mashing up new and old songs, it works out really well. So we use the old orchestral excerpts and violin concertos and mix it with the new modern and pop songs that you'd hear on the radio, and people really like that today.
I think one of the things is that you have to start out small. Do not bite off more than you can chew. If you start small and do it really well, people will like the product. And so sometimes it's easy to have all these big ideas. We always have all these big ideas. And it's like, okay, what's the small portion of that we can integrate today and go from there?
So yes, we all began violin when we were 3 years old, and our mother taught us. And a few of our aunts were our teachers as well. We all played piano and started that when we were 5. And that's just been really fun to bring that together and have us playing since a very early age. Now we don't even really have to talk about some of the details. We just know people's body movement and body language, and so then we can figure out, okay, phrasing and what they're trying to do just by looking at them. So it's been really fun.
So I'd say that music runs in the blood of our family. Our grandmother she's just like a powerhouse. My mom has 9 brothers and sisters, and so our grandmother put together all these shows where there'd be singing, I think maybe some dancing, people would be playing the flute, I think sometimes saxophone, definitely several violinists. And so this has started from a very young age. And so they had a group called the Sheer Delights, that's their last name is Sheer. And then from then on, my mom put together this kind of group, which was the 5 Star Strings for a while, which was just our immediate family. And now it's so cool. We have now, the next generation has called it Uptown Violins. We've definitely done a different spin on it. And I'm sorry, there's no more dancing or flute playing, but still violin playing, and it's really cool. But it's been a blast.
It's been really fun. Yeah.
On our dad's side, not so musical. Our dad would say, I play the radio, and he does that fabulously, and he's a fabulous roadie as well. So that's kind of how music started in our family.
It actually is not. We include a lot of guitar, piano, viola, cello, drums, and voice. And so many people ask us, is it just violins? And we can really create it to be whatever ensemble you wish for your event. So I will never forget when I first watched Lucia Micarelli play. I think it actually was the Sibelius Violin Concerto with Kashmir, and then she also did a nocturne with Bohemian Rhapsody. And she really inspired me. I thought that was the coolest thing ever to see the violin concertos and works mixed with the modern rock songs. And so I would say Lucia Micarelli. She studied at Juilliard, and then she toured with Josh Groban. And in fact, my mother and another one of our sisters did get to perform with her, so I thought that was just so cool.
My inspiration is a little different. Being number 4 out of 5 girls, really my inspiration were my older sisters. I did not want to be left behind.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna cry. Okay,
no, that's
keep
okay.
going.
I didn't want to be left behind, and I just remember, as she said earlier, we started playing violin since we were 3 years old, and my poor mother, I would cry every single time I had to practice. I really wanted to play Beanie Babies with Brittany instead. And so I'm so glad my mom persevered with me, and finally I got to this point I realized I would fall behind if I did not work really hard. And so I really wanted to be like my older sisters and stay in the pack with them, being number 4 out of 5. And so really they and my mother inspired me the most, more than anyone else.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope that you learned a little bit more about Uptown Violins, and we are so excited about our Return to Me album coming out. Go watch our promo video, and yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah, be sure to check us out at www.uptownviolins.com. All of our social media is on there, so you can go like us on Instagram and Twitter and follow us on all of those kinds of things. And thanks for watching.